Okay, start again just because about 4 or 5 minutes has passed and I finally got there. So we got the factory back there. And, because I'm not sure if this is a cop, I doubt it. This is still Franklin Road. And man, I only went like 100 yards since I last stopped the video. No. So now we get into really just all residential housing stuff. If you know Toby Mack, he lives in that house there. He's been there, man, about 15, 20 years. It's an old historic house right on the corner. Miles Manor, that little road right there is kind of cool. There's a few, if you ever pick up stakes and you actually move out here, there's a few nifty new construction houses back there depending on what you're looking for. Some of them back to Harlandale Farm, which on festival weekend would be crazy. I'd rent your house out and go do something some other place. But you got just a bunch of early 1900s houses all along here. Man, this traffic is crazy town. Yes, everybody was out to see the Thunderbirds, and what's hilarious, because they fly so fast, it literally lasted for like 10 seconds. That's hilarious. Somebody's doing some kind of remodeling here. Oh, one of the old historic houses. We're in historic overlay here, so you got all kinds of hoops and limitations to what you can do with the exterior of homes in this location. I think there's about 8 historic overlay segments in Franklin that have certain limitations, stipulations, although somebody's done something significant with that one. Okay, we're coming to the street right this light. So I mapped it actually on Google. It is literally a 1/4 mile walk to there's a new little kind of pubish microbrew place on Main Street, right next to Puckett's Boathouse. So on this side of the road it's Lancaster, this side Old Liberty. If you remember Old Liberty's way, I went about 2 blocks to go to the other duplex that we didn't get. This is really a ranch house community, to be honest. I didn't know, and I talked to the listing agent today, nor did she know that there were even any duplexes in here. Really, I'm gonna drive through the sub first just so you can see what it is. It's a real cute little subdivision. Back behind here, there's about if I recall, about a 13-acre tract. It's been here a long time. Now here's the property. We'll get back to it in a moment. There's a little cul-de-sac there. There's several of those little ditties. They're trenching, probably doing some water line, sewer line or something. Oh, it looks like fiber optics maybe. Not sure. Another little cutie. There's these old little 60s kind of ranch houses, and then some people have dolled a few of them up. There's another little cul-de-sac. We're getting to the point where the ones on the left side, and maybe even a few at the end on the right side, are in floodplain. Depending on what you'd buy a lot like this for, if you ever decided you love where this location was, you want to tear it down and put up some really nice house, you would not be, it would feel like it because all the other ranches around, but you would not be overbuilding to do that. It's how it starts, and then it keeps moving. It's happening in a lot of different pockets at Franklin. That's a nice little lot back there. Yeah, I think they're putting in fiber optics. See, there's a bunch of people with masks at home. More little workers. Okay, here we are at the end of the cul-de-sac. The reason that I'm taking all this time to do this is because they will not allow anybody inside the house until the day of auction. Maybe I should have told you that before. So, and that's not uncommon, frankly, at least how they do auctions out here. And I grew up going to auctions, and I'm fairly familiar with how they typically work. They all can be a little bit different in how they work, but so there's no contingencies on a deal like this. You're buying as is. You know, you can do inspections if you want, but it almost is only for your own good, because if you win the bid, you're buying the house or you lose your 10% that you have put down the day of sale, the day of the auction. So, you know, it's kind of a big boy, big girl game that you have to play when you're doing house auction stuff. And that is sometimes why, you know, it can be pretty much a guaranteed sale unless they have a reserve, and I didn't ask her about that. And a lot of times you can't, for other reasons I could chat about. We don't know for sure if they have a shiv, as some people used to say, in there, or shill, maybe that's what it was. My dad used to have a name for it. Somebody who's like a faux buyer that they try to bid it up. I don't think really most people do that kind of thing anymore, especially in a town like this, but because it would get around. It'd be different out in rural areas, but so we have permission to peek in the windows and that sort of thing. Well, gosh, why'd they put they got the trash cans right on the trash day, I guess. Oh wait, no, I can go in this way. Sweet driveway. Okay, so there's Franklin Road out there. So I think it's the fourth house in. There's the old historic house there on that, what I think is 13 acres. I have to go back and check, but it's a pretty good chunk of land. Awesome storage building. Really flat lot. There's a sweet older lady trimming her hedges. Probably used to be a fence back here. I wonder. Yeah, there's a hole from a fence. They must have recently pulled these down. I'm going to drive back there when we're done. It looks like, I thought that's floodplain back there, which would make it hard for residential to build, where you got to build above grade, at least 1 foot above flood stage. And the city makes it a little hard trying to do anything about it. Yeah, I don't know if this is, I mean, it's functional, but not very ta-da. I can see some of these maple whirligig seeds have come into the and have started propagating in the gutter. That is not a seamless gutter. I would actually just think of, to get everything painted properly and any repairs or something, I'd probably just put some new ones on. Extruded gutters are not, seamless ones are not that expensive. Oh crap, I can't even look. I was hoping I could look on the crawl space. I got a lock on the crawl. We can go in the crawl space during the auction. It was either 8 or 8:30. The house opens up to look at anything you want, inside and out. She doesn't know the age of any of the units. This one, I'll see if I can get an age on it. This one looks like it's, whoo boy, it's a York. That's nice. The oldest unit I've run into that's still functioning was 38 years old. My HVAC guy made a noise like that. He goes, ooh, man, call the Smithsonian. Because he said it was so old. Yeah, we'll see. This one's newer. How many amps? This is my glass looks like it said 30 amps. Oh, hey, this one's not locked. I opened one of these once. There was a dead possum in there once. La-da-da-da. It's got some vapor barrier down, but it's nothing to write home about. I'm gonna stop this so I can stick my head in here better.